And so he asked and said, where are Samuel and David? And someone said, indeed, they're at Naioth and Ramah. And so he went there to Naioth and Ramah, and then the Spirit of God was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth and Ramah. And he also stripped off his clothes and prophesied before Samuel in like manner, and lay down naked all that day and all that night. Therefore they said, is Saul also among the prophets? Now that must have been some kind of prophesy to make you strip your clothes off. I don't know what. I ain't gonna get in no voodoo like that now. Maybe he was prophesying what's known as the naked truth. I mean, I don't know, but I don't participate in stuff. You know, wouldn't it be a mess if the bishop started prophesying and just started pulling my clothes off? And see, some unsaved people in the house will be pulling out cell phones. I bet the house will be just packed out next week, overflow just running over. But isn't it amazing what happened? Here the king sent men down there. He's trying to find David. When these men get there, but in the company of prophets, because revelation comes by relationship. When they come into relationship with these guys, they start prophesying. Isn't that amazing? And then he sends another group. They come in relationship, they start prophesying. He sends a third group. They come into relationship, they start prophesying. Then Saul said, I'm going down there myself. I want to see what's up with this. And Saul comes down there, the Spirit of the Lord comes on him because he gets in the atmosphere in relationship with other prophets, and bam, he starts prophesying and strips his clothes off and lays there naked all day and all night prophesying. Isn't that amazing? Because revelation comes by relationships. I told you this, your life does not change. Please hear me carefully. Your life does not change with the passage of time. Your life changes because of a person who comes into your life or a person who leaves your life. Sometimes when a person has been in your life and they all of a sudden they die, you become divorced, whatever the case is, and they leave your life, it thrusts you into another level, another season of your life because of who left your life. And then there are other times when other people come into your life that you had never known before, and your life was on one level going around on the same circle, but God sent somebody on another level. He had to introduce somebody who knew more than you knew, who had knowledge that you didn't have. You might have knowledge that they don't have, and so you might be able to help them and they might be able to help you. But there's something by relationship. Revelation comes by relationship. When you really understand when God has given gifts unto you, the Bible talks about that God gave gifts unto men. First apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, and evangelists, pastors and teachers. It's amazing how God gave gifts, and these gifts were people. Because God's answer, please understand this, God's answer to every problem is always a person. God's answer to every problem is always a person. So when they were in Egypt and there was a problem of slavery, God did not try to get attorneys, brilliant attorneys together to draft up an emancipation proclamation. He raised up a person, Moses. When the walls of Jerusalem were in ruin, he didn't try to get together the best construction companies. He raised up a person, Nehemiah. God always, wherever there's a problem, God raises up a person that becomes an answer. The problem is always the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time doing the wrong thing, and God's answer is always the right person at the right time in the right place doing the right thing, because He always uses people. He uses people. God uses people. Revelation comes by relationship. If you're connected with the right people that have the insight and the revelation of God in their life, the flow of that, by being connected to them, you go to the next level through connection. I mean, when you got the right engine that you're connected to, it'll pull everything between there and the caboose. If it's hooked up, if it is connected, if God connects you to the right engine, it's going to then lead you into the right place. So God's answer is always a person. God will always connect you in right relationship for people that begin to help you, because there's a wisdom in them, there's a knowledge in them, there's an understanding, there's a perspective. Sometimes the person that God brings in your life just is there to keep you cool so you don't do stupid stuff, so you don't kill anybody else. And that person is a gift to you, just to be able to help you to keep your head about you. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I'm so grateful to God that God uses people, because revelation comes by relationship. There's somebody that knows the very thing that has you perplexed right now. You just don't know them. And when God puts you in contact with the person, then there's a blessing that comes on everything that you touch.